A documentary has just gone to air in the UK, giving us a very personal look into the life of the late Prince Phillip.
Members of the royal family, including Princes William and Harry, shared their intimate memories of the Duke. 7 News Europe Bureau Chief Hugh Whitfeld is in London. Hugh, Prince Phillip wouldn't have wanted all this fuss, but this was, well, it was a fitting tribute in the end.
Yeah, Matt, Nat, good morning. This was really quite touching, a real celebration of everything that Prince Phillip seemed to value in life. His naval career, his charities, conservation, the Duke of Edinburgh's award scheme and, of course, his family. It was meant to be the celebration of an extraordinary life on the occasion of Prince Philip's 100th birthday.
I was talking to him, the day before he died, and we were talking about his birthday, coming up. And I said, we're talking about your birthday, because he was getting a bit deaf. What? And I said, we're talking about your birthday and whether there's going to be a reception. He said, well, I've got to be alive for it, haven't I? He said.
But due to the Duke's passing in April, the air date for this unique documentary was pushed back from June to September.
He's always been the sort of heart of the family and always been a huge presence behind everything we've done, really. Now the world has been given an intimate glimpse into the life of Phillip from inside the palace walls, from those closest to him.
He could be quite... he didn't suffer fools gladly, as you know, but he was that sort of calibre of man and the epitome of the stiff upper lip. Go on, get on with it.
Featuring never-before-seen footage from Queen Elizabeth's personal collection, the royal family shared stories of his life, from his role as a father.
We used to fish in Loch Mick. I always said I couldn't catch anything, and he said, nonsense, you'd come with me. And after I'd been casting for about half an hour, he said, I see what you mean.
To his time with the Defence Force.
Well, he took very seriously the fact that he was involved with the three armed forces, three services. And obviously the Navy was his main service.
His grandchildren even highlighting the Duke's cheekier side.
And if you try and be too clever with him or say something a bit silly, he will jump on it.
How are you, sir? Are you well, sir?
Well, do I look ill?
But Philip's closest friend, his wife, and the woman to whom he dedicated his life, was absent from the hour-long BBC film, the Queen opting out of a sit-down interview.
I don't know if anyone's ever described them as adorable, but to me, knowing the cheekiness of him and knowing that behind what the world sees, you have two individuals who were, very much in love, and both who, at a very young age, dedicated their life to service. It was a fitting tribute for the Duke, who leaves an unrivaled legacy of service, just shy of a century. What you see is what you got with my grandfather, and that's what I love more than anything else, was the authenticness of him. He was unapologetically him at all times, no matter where he was, no matter who he was speaking to, no matter what he was doing. I'm not quite sure that we would have expected necessarily to hear from the Queen in a documentary like that, but it has been remarkable to sit through that documentary. Very candid comments from his 4 children and 7 of his 8 grandchildren, including Lady Louise Windsor, Edward and Sophie's daughter. I've never really heard her speak at all before, and she talks about the relationship she had with her grandfather and promoting the Duke of Edinburgh's award scheme, which was lovely as well. The heir to the throne there, Charles, talking about the day before Philip died, and they were talking about those preparations for his 100th birthday. They were all expecting him to continue on after that month he had in hospital at the start of the year. Of course, things took a different turn on the 9th of April. So this has become very much a legacy project, it seems, for the family. Some of those interviews recorded before his death, some after, and you can kind of feel the tone change as they become a little bit more reflective and loving of their grandfather, and he was, of course, a great-grandfather as well.
It's like a fascinating documentary.
Thanks, Hugh. Yeah, it feels like something we haven't seen before in that sort of personal way.
Yeah, very authentic, real access.